This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
We know what's coming next for him. You know, first, I guess we should mention that they've got some fun stuff along the way, including skits with JBL on SmackDown. JBL's going to wrestle El Gran Luchador to a no contest after El Gran slid underneath the ring. A second luchador comes out, an obviously masked Eddie Guerrero. Bradshaw was knocked out of the ring, and after the match, El Gran cuts a promo on Bradshaw, defending the title against Eddie the following week in a steel cage is the new thing. And in this match, July 15th, Eddie hits a frog splash off the top of the cage. But again, El Gran Luchador appears, and this time costs Guerrero the match, and he later reveals himself as Kurt Angle. So now Guerrero has a feud with Kurt Angle. This was good stuff. First of all, you get the great visual of him coming off the cage, but then he's programmed with Angle again, and they've been going round and round forever, including WrestleMania.
They were natural. And the fact that there was a little bit of a rivalry there in real life too helped their matches and their believability, but they matched up size-wise, matched up intensity-wise, and never disappointed.
At SummerSlam, Guerrero loses to Angle, submitting to the ankle lock. And they're even going to have, some fallout there that leads to a new feud because Angle has allied himself with Luther Reigns and Mark Jindrak, and he starts targeting Eddie Guerrero and Big Show. So Guerrero defeats Luther Reigns at a singles match at No Mercy, which is probably a highlight for Eddie. I'm sure Luther Reigns at No Mercy's on his best of tape. And around this same time is when, and you've talked about it before, Eddie has this backstage fight with Kurt Angle. I think a lumberjack match happened, and Eddie in retrospect may have been having heart problems, according to Kurt Angle, but Eddie's body just couldn't perform the right way. And the next week, another situation happened where Luther Reigns and Mark Jindrak, who were with Kurt Angle at the time, stiffed Eddie. And afterwards in the back, Eddie comments on Angle and crew taking advantage of him. Angle shoves him twice while going off on him for having bad matches. Eddie goes for a takedown. Of course, that's not wise. Eddie is caught in a front face lock by Kurt Angle and starts to choke him out before Big Show steps in and stops it. Did you see this? Or, I mean, you told us the story before, but I don't recall if you were in the hall or just heard about it after the fact.
No, I heard about it after the fact, and it was, Bradshaw and I both asked him the same questions. Like, Eddie, what were you thinking trying to shoot the leg on an Olympic gold medalist? I don't know, man. I'm just stupid. And Eddie, realized he wasn't one of the brightest moves and kind of embarrassed just in and of himself, but he was frustrated. He was very, very frustrated during this time. And look, it's temper and shit happens.
A Survivor Series elimination match is going to go down, led by Guerrero on one side, Angle on the other. Eddie's team is Big Show, John Cena, and Rob Van Dam. Originally, it was Rey Mysterio instead of John Cena. On the other side, it's Kurt Angle's team. And yeah. Let's talk about Armageddon. We got Booker T and The Undertaker challenging JBL for WWE's championship. It's a fatal four-way where Eddie Guerrero is also involved. The match ends with JBL pinning Booker following the clothesline from hell. And in the weeks that followed, Guerrero and Booker briefly and unsuccessfully try to win the tag team title. In this era, did you just think, man, we can throw Eddie in with anybody and it'll work? He's had such a wide group of tag partners here, but seemingly it worked every time.
Yes, it did. And that's why I think that Eddie was able to be a chameleon and adapt to any and everything.
One of the more interesting moments from the following Royal Rumble was there's a skit with, Ric Flair drawing numbers, and Guerrero switches his number with Flair's, and he even steals Flair's wallet in the process. Of course, eventually Teddy Long makes him return both items before the match, but it's kind of fun because Flair had drawn the number 30 and Eddie had drawn the number 1. So, we're going to lie, cheat, and steal. That's pretty good stuff. Eddie did last 28 minutes and 11 seconds before being eliminated by Edge, but that little skit is right on character for Eddie Guerrero here, is it not?
And Flair.
Yeah.
When you think about it, you get the light, sheet, and steel of Eddie, and the confidence and bombastic flair. So I thought it was perfect.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.